words of Rabshakeh were taken by Hezekiah to Jehovah in prayer, and a delegation was sent to the prophet Isaiah to receive Jehovah's reply. 2 Kai 18. 37. 19. 1-7 In the meantime Rabshakeh was quickly called away when he heard that the king of Assyria had pulled away from Lachish and was fighting against Libnah. Keeping up his propaganda campaign against Hezekiah from a distance, Sennacherib sent messengers to Jerusalem with letters of continued taunt and strong threat to bring Hezekiah to surrender. 2 Kai 19. 8-13 King Hezekiah took the letters to the Temple of Jerusalem and spread them before Jehovah along with his urgent prayer for help. 2 Kai 19. 14-19 Jehovah gave his answer through the prophet Isaiah that the king of Assyria will not come into this city, nor will he shoot an arrow there, nor confront it with a shield, nor cast up a siege rampart against it. By the way by which he proceeded to come, he will return, and into this city he will not come, is the utterance of Jehovah. 2 Kai 19. 32-33 That night the angel of Jehovah struck down in death 185,000 soldiers of the Assyrians. This unexpected mighty blow caused Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, to withdraw immediately and return to Nineveh, Assyria's capital, where Sennacherib was assassinated sometime later. 2 Kai 19. 35-37 As a blasphemous taunter of the living God Jehovah, Rabshakeh's efforts came to nothing. Rakal. One of the places to which David sent spoils from his war with the Amalekites. 1 30. 18, 26, 29 The Greek Septuagint has Carmel instead of Rakal, and some scholars believe this represents the original reading. Races. See Bible Races and Languages. Games. Man. Rachel Mu. Female sheep. A daughter of Laban, younger sister of Leah, and Jacob's first cousin and preferred wife. GE 29. 10, 16, 30 Jacob fled from his murderous brother Esau in 1781 BCE traveling to Haran in Padanaram, in the land of the Orientals. GE 28. 5. 29. 1 Rachel, a girl beautiful in form and beautiful of countenance, served as a shepherdess for her father. She met Jacob at a well near Haran. Jacob was received into his uncle's household and 1 month later agreed to serve Laban 7 years in order to marry Rachel, with whom he was now in love. His love did not weaken during the 7 years, and so these proved to be like some few days to him. On the wedding night, however, his uncle substituted the older daughter Leah, who evidently cooperated in carrying out the deceit. The following morning when Jacob accused him of trickery, Laban appealed to local custom as an excuse for his conduct. Jacob agreed to carry out a full marriage week with Leah before receiving Rachel and thereafter to work another 7 years for Laban. GE 29. 4-28. Rachel did not disappoint Jacob as his wife, and Jacob showed her more love than Leah. Jehovah now favored Leah in her disadvantaged position, blessing her with 4 sons, while Rachel remained barren. GE 29. 29-35 Rachel displayed jealousy of her sister as well as despair over her own infertility, a condition then viewed as a great reproach among women. Her fretful impatience angered even her loving husband. To compensate for her own barrenness, she gave Jacob her maidservant for procreation purposes as Sarah had done earlier with her slave Hagar, and the 2 children born as a result were considered Rachel's. Leah's maiden Leah herself produced a total of 4 more sons before Rachel's hope was finally realized and she brought forth her own first son, Joseph. GE 30. 1-24. Jacob was now ready to depart from Haran, but his father-in-law prevailed upon him to remain longer, and it was 6 years later that, at God's direction, Jacob pulled away. Because of Laban's double-dealing methods, Jacob did not advise him of his departure, and both Leah and Rachel were textually acute miritra longo. Rahab 727 The few details recorded can give only an incomplete picture of Rachel's personality. She was a worshipper of Jehovah GE 30. 22-24, but she showed human failings, her theft of the teraphim and her shrewdness in avoiding detection perhaps being at least partly attributable to her family background. Whatever her weaknesses, she was dearly loved by Jacob, who, even in old age, viewed her as having been his true wife and prized her children over all his others. GE 44. 20, 27-29 His words to Joseph shortly before dying, though simple, nevertheless convey the depth of Jacob's affection for her. G 48. 1-7 She and Leah are spoken of as having built the house of Israel Jacob. Ru 4. 11. Archaeological discoveries may shed some light on Rachel's appropriation of her father's teraphim. Ge 31. 19 cuneiform tablets found at Nazin in Mesopotamia, believed to date from about the middle of the 2nd millennium BCE, reveal that some ancient peoples viewed the possession of household gods as representing legal title to inheritance of family property. Ancient Near Eastern Texts, edited by J. Pritchard, 1974, pages 219, 220. Some suggest that Rachel may have felt that Jacob had the right to a share in the inheritance in Laban's property as an adopted son, and that she may have taken the teraphim to ensure this, or even to gain advantage over Laban's sons. Or she may have viewed the possession of these as a means of blocking any legal attempt by her father to claim some of the wealth Jacob had gained while in his